Okay, so welcome to day 2 of the ISE Annual Conference 2023, live from Barcelona. Today on Cinema Luxe Presents, we are meeting with Atif Ghaffar from Zebra Home Cinema. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for inviting me. It's an absolute honour and pleasure. I'm delighted.
Excellent. So, whilst you are known as Atif, the face of Zebra Home Cinema, you are also a superstar DJ, doctor, supercar enthusiast, and all-round celebrity and socialite. How did Zebra begin, and how do you balance this with your other passions?
Thanks for the overly inflated introduction. It's much appreciated.
I think I was a bit shy with it, actually. I think we could have gone further.
So I'm a GP by profession. I work for the NHS. I work privately. That's my bread and butter. That's my day job. That's where most of my time is spent. My DJ hobby career started probably about 5 years ago, where in my life I actually had a little bit of time to myself, and I've always wanted to do it. And downloading MP3s and things like Serato DJ make it incredibly easy for even a 10-year-old to start DJing, so I did. And I just love house music and tech house. And I primarily started DJing to create my own mixes to work out to and listen to in the car. So it's a pure indulgence. And then some people enjoyed it, and I've performed at a couple of supercar owners clubs, and it's a bit of fun. The AV world, I've been an audiovisual enthusiast probably since the age of 17, 18 years old. And this is going back to the days of Nikam stereo, Panasonic video players, when Sony Wega released widescreen TVs. I was really into watching movies at that point, and so the whole concept of surround sound really excited me, that you could get these films and you can enjoy them in a much more immersive way than watching them on the normal standard television. And it just evolved, and as with technology, new products coming out, I just got into it. And
So you were born out of love.
basically, purely out of passion. And through those years, I was a member of AV forums and other sort of geeky clubs, and you get to have demos. So you get to just like you would go and test drive, with your favourite car, but not be able to afford it. That doesn't mean you don't get to enjoy that passion. Exactly. And as time went on, I had more and more demos, and luckily I've been fortunate to make friends and acquaintances with people in the industry who sell some of the world's finest audiovisual brands. And I had the honour and privilege of being able to sell those and start doing my own projects. So that's me in a nutshell.
Okay, so you have an eye for design and always an emphasis on luxury. Whilst your focus is an amazing audio and visual experience, how big a part do you feel interior design plays in luxury cinema?
It's a good question, and I'll tell you what, nowadays aesthetics is probably primary. And particularly some of the high-end projects that I've been involved with, clients, end users, they're not particularly bothered about the products that are used. They're not particularly bothered about the brand or some of the techie side of things. As long as it works and as long as it gives them a good picture, good audio, they're pretty satisfied. What's really important, particularly for more luxurious projects, some of the homes you go into, they've taken a lot of time and effort of getting the colours right, the furnishing right, and they don't want it messed up. Yes, they want an exhilarating audiovisual performance, but it has to be in a setting that makes them feel comfortable, for them to feel proud of what they've achieved, and more importantly, when they're entertaining family and friends, they want people to be wowed by what they've got here, and it's not through hidden in-wall speakers or the size of the television. It really is things to do with soft furnishings, the sofas, how comfortable they are, what they look like, the lighting, the wallpaper, textures, all these design elements that transform a space into something fabulous that you want to spend time in and not want to leave. So interior design is probably primary key at the moment.
It's funny, so I always think a cinema system sounds better in a room which looks superb. And that's a strange psychology. It's another sense, isn't it? It's audio and visual, but half of the visual is the environment that you're in.
Yeah. We were talking about this the other day. It's like if you go out for dinner and you eat with your eyes, don't you? Like it can taste amazing, but if it looks horrible, you don't want to be in there. So like I thought it was a good analogy. It's kind of the same as how this harmony works.
It's a symbiotic process that if you talk about a really nice restaurant, it's a given that the food is good, that they've got good chefs, that it's going to be presented well. That's the bare minimum, but the experience actually starts from when you walk into the lobby and you've got the cool music playing, you've got the amazing ambient lighting, how you're treated, the whole experience. It's a very emotional process. So just sitting down to watch something can be functional. The news is on, the breakfast there, and you just want to get some information, to indulging and having a fully immersive experience. A lot of it is to do with the environment that you've already created at home.
And also the fact that you can attack the acoustics as well, so you can elevate that experience further. But that's not just from an audio point of view, I think. There's something about when you walk into a purpose-built cinema room and the ambience changes. It's the same as like when we've been in pro recording studios or mastering streets. You walk in and it's like the air feels different. And it's just because those everyday reflections that we've got here, they're reduced, they're controlled. So, and again, that adds to a feeling of luxury and being fit for purpose. So,
as you said, every room is built for purpose, and the way that you design a bathroom, and kitchen, living room, particularly in modern designs, and in the more luxurious properties, everything's designed with a certain sense of purpose and to enhance that experience. Very much so with the same as a cinema system. When you walk in, the drama should already begin before the movie starts playing. You know where you are, you know you're going to be in for a ride, put your phones away, this is going to be something quite extraordinary.
Yeah,
and that the precedence is already set when you walk in.
Yeah, lovely. Okay. So next question. If Zebra Home Cinema was a supercar, what car would it be?
So I had to think about this quite carefully. And
I knew you'd think about this.
Because it's actually difficult. In all honesty, I couldn't say one car, because there's two or three I absolutely love for the different things that they do. Top of this is a Bugatti. To me, it's just something very unique. It's a hypercar. Yeah, it's just, if you're going to do hypercars, that goes without saying.
Yeah.
From an everyday perspective, I'm a 007 fan. I love Omega watches, and who doesn't love an Aston Martin?
Yeah.
So an Aston in real life terms, that would be an aspiration for me. So to me, Zebra Home Cinema represents, I guess, something in those sort of territories. That's what I want to aspire to, but this is the league I want to be in.
Nice.
Cool, good answer. Good
Very
choice
good.
of cars as well. I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Classy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, so what advice would you give to other integrators on how to elevate the luxury element of cinema?
So I mean, there's different elements to this. If you're constructing a house, you've got the whole design process, the development process, and then the installation. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the client who's going to experience that, it's really important that someone within the project understands the emotions, understands the psychology, can walk in that client's footsteps into that experience. And unless there's someone at the helm who understands that, I think you're going to struggle to deliver that to the client standards. So someone within that process needs to understand and sort of live that to an extent.
Ownership.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool. Okay. So finally, if you could go back 20 years, would you start in this industry earlier? If so, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Again, it's a great philosophical question. Part of the learning experience, as with anything, is that journey. So 20 years ago, there are things I know now and people that I've met through that journey that I wouldn't have had back then, and would have been perhaps very naive, and for me, probably not the right time to do that. So many things have changed, particularly in the last 2 decades, particularly when it comes to interior design, luxury real estate. I mean, look at the number of luxury real estate programs, say on Netflix or Amazon Prime.
Almost visibility of it has changed, hasn't it? It used to be a closely guarded secret, and now it's a Google search away. And I do think that's changed people's perspectives.
Yeah, and the number of people who are enjoying tremendous success in business and wealth who are not coming through traditional educational routes. So many things have changed, and I think it's about being present at that moment in time and taking whatever opportunities come on board. And the power of social media, the internet, that's completely transformed things. You can actually have connections and meetings with people now that you'd think before would be almost impossible. How would you actually reach those particular clients or have those connections nowadays? There's so much at your fingertips that's possible if you go seeking for those opportunities and know who to connect with. Back then it probably would have been a lot harder. So in some ways, there's always different challenges depending on the generation, but yes, there's financial challenges. The world's in a bit of an unstable situation in many respects, but at the same time we've got opportunities now that never really existed 2 decades ago. So it's about seeking them and doing what you can with them.
Yeah. You were saying it's like a really new industry when it's just adapting so quickly.
Because we come from interiors world, if you took fitted interiors, I mean that industry is obviously hills. You take fitted kitchens, fitted joinery, well over 100 years into that. And this is still, especially when it comes to automation and smart home, which dovetails with AV regularly, such a new industry and it moves so fast. And I think that because it's a young, growing industry, I don't think it's quite found its feet yet. I still think it's being fully figured out. So I just see the parallels from like the interiors industry 20 years ago, the way things used to operate, even in terms of purchasing and distribution and like the nuts and bolts and the business part of it, almost seems quite old school. So I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, though. I'm still trying to work that out.
I think certainly 20 years ago, it'd be commonplace to work in silos. So every industry would be just doing something within itself, and the client would go and see the interior designer to make their living room look nice. They'd maybe approach, an electrical installation company to get the lighting done. Someone else to do their kitchen and bathroom. What's changed and what I think is really vital is the amount of collaboration.
The joint up.
And cross-understanding of people's industries, because the end goal is common. This is the client, they want a luxurious experience. We all need to collaborate together and understand processes of what each person does to deliver something that's outstanding, because all of these things, in fact, integrate with one another at some point.
Totally agree.
Cool.
I like it.
Okay. So, now I don't think you know about this bit.
Oh, surprise question, here we go.
Surprise, quick fire round. Okay, so what you need to do here is just give me your first thought. You get like 2 seconds to think of each answer. Okay, it's nice and easy, there's no wrong answer.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so Rolex or Apple Watch?
Rolex.
Jay-Z or Kanye?
I think for the old school, setting the scene, Jay-Z.
Okay, good. City break or beach break?
City break.
Dirty Dancing or Skyfall?
Skyfall.
And finally, time or money?
Ooh. That's a really tough one. I think every sensible person, if they didn't say time, there'd be something seriously wrong with them. Just my opinion.
This is the contentious question, this one, isn't it? Because we thought that everyone's going to say time, and how many people were going to be like, do you know what, money?
Do you know my favourite things? We had Charlie Steinway-Lindorff yesterday, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll take money." I was like, okay, that's a nice, honest answer.
He was like, I'm single.
You know what? It's because he's considerably younger than me. That's right. You get to a certain age and you realise, you know what? I want a bit more time, please, because I want to make money.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. It's been an absolute pleasure.
You're a lovely man.
I have to say, before you let me go, I love the new seating.
Oh, good.
These designs are absolutely superb. The name, the Rockstar, what a fantastic name. We've got another one coming out soon. I think the design is superb. The fact that it goes against the grain of traditional cinema seating is brilliant. I love any disruption in the industry.
Disruption's great, isn't
And,
it?
I think this concept is superb. I love the fact that it's coming from the UK, 4-week lead times. I'm very, very excited to see your seating in products.
Oh, thank you so
Thank you very much. Nice to hear. We value your opinion, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you again.